bi-weekly podcast with me. So
that's all.
Yeah, so I mean, we're fucking trying to fucking knock them out, get them done. Welcome to episode, this is what, 209 of the No Hangover Podcast. As always, like, comment, subscribe, rate, follow, talk shit.
You did.
Speak your mind, whatever it is that you want to do on there. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, on Instagram, and we're back on TikTok posting reels, posting videos. So make sure you like those, comment, let us know what you think. Back with another one, familiar face. My dog Mike Lowe was good, brother.
What's up, bro? What's up?
Not much, man. Fucking out here living the dream,
right?
Making shit happen.
Same shit, different toilet. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. But let's get right into it. UFC 314 was this past Saturday. And to me, I feel like the card lived up to the hype, which I feel like the past couple of pay-per-views kind of were letdowns. But this one, every fight to me was exciting.
Attitudes in Miami.
Yeah, for real.
The fight matchers know what they doing.
Yeah, the main event, Volk and Diego Lopez.
What you think about that? I had people thinking Lopez wasn't shit, you know what I'm saying? He was going to get beat up, but he kind of stood his ground.
Yeah, I mean, I picked him to win.
Right.
I
didn't think he was going to win.
I think I was a little bit of a prisoner of the moment of seeing Volk get knocked out twice the way he did. And, you know, usually when you see fighters like that get knocked out like that a couple times in a row, that usually is a sign of the decline, and they're on the back end of the career. I mean, we've seen it with Tyron Woodley, Kamaru Usman. He hasn't got knocked out, but he lost. You know, he got knocked out by Leon Edwards.
Okay,
but
he did now.
Yeah, but then I mean, for that was worth 2 or 3 knockouts.
Oh yeah.
But you know, he's on a 3-fight lose streak. Adesanya now.
Done?
No, he's still fighting. His last fight was against Chimaev, but I think he's still like fighting. Yeah, which he took that fight on 10 days notice.
They say he would have had 5 rounds.
Yeah, he might have won because he was that third round. He was coming alive. Yeah. So
that's what they were saying.
But you know, I think I fell victim and prisoner to that. But you know, Volk ended up pulling it out, and he looked good. There was a couple of moments in there where he got fucking tagged, but I think my biggest takeaway from that, you know, all props to Volk. You know, he did his thing. He's he probably to me is the greatest featherweight of all time. But man, that dog Diego Lopez can take a fucking
Jose
hit.
Aldo.
Yeah, but Diego Lopez can take a fucking hit.
He can.
He
5
was,
rounds,
bro.
With a champ that's been fighting. Bro. I think he had like. How many fights Volk's got championship in a row? At least like what, 8 to 10?
Something like that. He's tied with Aldo right now.
Like he got a lot of consecutive championship fights, his last fight. So to go 5 rounds like that, bro.
And to eat those punches like nothing, bro. He was getting tagged and just kept on, like, it didn't phase him. At no point did
he got hit too now.
He did, but the thing is, when Volk got hit, he got rocked a little bit. Like, you could tell. And then he kind of got back into his groove and was, you know, picking him apart from distance, kind of hopping in, hopping out. But yo, he was taking Volk's best hits, and it did not look like it phased him.
Which
he was just
usually don't see.
Yeah, he was just getting pieced up, and he lost the fight. But like I think that was my biggest takeaway from it.
So what's next for him? You think
for Volk or Diego Lopez?
Lopez. Man,
I think they need him. Did you watch any of the press conferences, the pre-fight press conferences? I didn't watch
the pre-one.
Him and Yair Rodriguez were fucking chirping at each other.
He was on there too. He was on that card. Pitbull.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah.
So I think because Yair's coming off of before that win, I think he had lost 3 in a row. So he's coming off that.
Okay, he got some momentum.
He was talking about he wants a championship fight next, but you know, coming off of 3 fights and then winning one, I think he needs another fight. And you know, Diego Lopez just went 5 rounds with Volk, so I think them barking at each other, talking shit in the press conference, and you know, kind of, you know, Yair winning and Diego Lopez doing what he did. I think that would be a good fight for both of them. I think it would be interesting.
But I ain't hear nobody talk about giving Diego the rematch. The direct, like,
no, I don't think so.
I guess it wasn't that close of a fight.
No, it wasn't.
Someone like Sean and O'Malley and what's the other dude? You know him by the names, bro. I don't want to put Marab. You know how I do. I'll switch that bitch up 4 times for you. Marab, I think he's from Georgia or
he's
somewhere.
from Georgia. Yeah. Europe, Georgia.
Direct rematch. They about to fight.
Because Marab fought Umar Nurmagomedov.
But didn't Sean get hurt? He had an injury. I thought that's why they postponed it.
Is that why?
Yeah, I believe. Y'all fact check this now. Get in the comments. Let me know if I'm wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, O'Malley, they were set to do a rematch, but Sean got hurt. And then he went and fought. So he had the other one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but man, I don't want to.
He's nice though. He can wrestle though.
Merab? Yeah,
I like Merab. I like his energy.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Merab and O'Malley too before Sean gets in. I think the way that fight. Yeah, they're about to, but the way that he handled Sean O'Malley, I think he needs to fight somebody else and kind of earn that shit. I know he was the champ. That division.
It's weak, isn't it? It's not that.
That's 135, right?
Yeah, that's bantam. You got flyweight, you got straw, fly, bantam, feather.
See, UFC ranking.
That's bantamweight because Volkanovski's in featherweight, and it's bantam feather.
So let's see. Yeah, this is bantamweight. So Peter Yan.
Yeah.
Corey Sandhagen.
They fought already? Peter Yan ain't fight O'Malley?
Yeah, they did. And Sean O'Malley won.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess it's
pretty weak.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense then. But
so who we gonna maybe give an up-and-comer a chance? I don't know, but
yeah,
I guess see for the featherweight division. Peter right now, I like to see Volk hold it again though, to be honest. I like Volk. He cool. Well, I definitely doubted him though.
Me too.
Like I doubted. I ain't gonna lie. I thought Lopez could win.
Yeah.
But I didn't think. I wouldn't have betted on Diego. But I definitely was like, man, I ain't gonna be surprised if Volk get his ass knocked out. Like
honestly, there was a couple times in that fight, like I said, that it seemed like oh man,
he popped his ass on one of them where he kind of
I think it was in the second round that he fucking
he made his eyes start bleeding.
But
that was a good main one.
I think they're about to give this Mosarv guy to Volk. Because he was talking about, Volkanovski was talking about he wants a quick turnaround. Like he wants to fight relatively
that's how you
quickly.
get your ass knocked out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, damn, you didn't learn his lesson. Fuck.
He older, but so maybe he feels like he got to get back in there when the time.
You only got so much. Yeah, you only got so much left in the tank.
You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't just about to keep on KOing people. There's a reason Floyd the best. Like
And then fighting so unpredictable. Different. Yeah, you gotta get yours while you can. So that makes sense.
And the reason John Jones is the GOAT, or I ain't gonna get it started, but they put Jones as the GOAT because he ain't lost. Been fighting championships since 22 years old.
Yeah.
In that sport, this long is unheard of.
Yeah.
So it matters when you don't lose, bro, when it comes to fighting. It matters a lot. It ain't like basketball and football.
No, it's not. Well, football a little bit more because it is contact, so your shelf life is a little bit less. But sports like basketball, soccer, baseball, where it's a little bit more common to play into your mid to late 30s. Is a little
football
different.
They get most of the time the damn quarterback getting all the damn credit any damn way. They don't even say how good his damn receiver we be throwing it to. So I'm just saying it's a different fighting is unique. Yeah. It's a unique thing.
It's you. It's just you. You ain't got you have your coaches, your team around you, but it's just you in that octagon. You can't really
cheap.
Yeah,
when that motherfucker close.
It's just you and the other guy, and that's it.
Bro, we've seen people get humbled. Do you remember that time Conor McGregor was sitting on the ground?
Still talking shit though.
But he looked defeated though. You can tell he got humbled. Like he knew, like, bro, when you undefeated, bro, and then you lose, it's different, bro. Tell you, because it's different, bro. I've been in fights, bro, where it's like I might hit at someone and like, damn, they ate that shit. It's like, I like, damn, nigga, like, I don't know what type of game this gonna be this round.
That's like,
I'm about to grab his ass.
That reminds me of...
but it humbled me to a degree when it first happens, what I'm trying to say.
Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury.
Type shit.
When he saw Tyson Fury get up, taking his hardest hit, and he got up, he's probably like, oh, what
I guarantee you got humbled.
Hell yeah. He's like, no way.
I'm gonna have to dig.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna need more than my strength on this.
And then he got pieced up in that fight, and then he got pieced up in the next fight.
I hate to switch the subject, but I hated how he got whooped, bro. I was a big Deontay Wilder fan.
Man, you know what?
The way he lost, bro.
The thing that kind of
every day.
Yeah, the shit that kind of I didn't like about it though is that he started making excuses after the fight. Instead of just taking the L, he was like, nah, it was this, nah, it was that. The same thing with Jamahal Hill when he lost to Pereira. He was coming up with all these excuses and shit instead of just like, yeah, he was just a better man that day. That's it. Let's fucking run this shit back and, see what's good. But
prime example, Jamahal Hill.
Yeah.
Undefeated.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. Finds himself in a championship position, wins. Fight some real decorated people, and because he just got whooped by Yair, right?
No, Jamahal Hill got beat by Pereira.
No.
Oh, and then he fought. Yair Procházka.
Yeah, Yuri.
And then he got knocked out by him
That's
too.
What I'm saying, back to back after being undefeated though and being a champion of the world.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it really, I ain't gonna say it was some fluke shit, but people would say it was some fluke shit, how he got in there necessarily. Like, he finally fights somebody that's, you know, Alex Pierre, I think he been in the game for quite a long time, decorated kickboxer. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dropped his ass. Okay, make your excuse. Cool. All right, we'll give it to you. Then you fight someone like Jahiri, put it on your ass. Like,
and I fuck with you.
I feel like he done. I feel like this is.
Well, he's about to fight Jamahal Hill, or he's about to fight Khalil Rountree. Him and Jamahal
Hill. I feel like
Rountree
gonna knock his ass out.
I hope he does, honestly.
I think Jamahal done, bro, because I feel like the greatest people know how to take the L and bounce from it. Like when your boy Volk got back to Volk when he got knocked out, he literally congratulated Chimaev. Or what's his name? Khabib's brother. Islam. Literally it wasn't no, man, he is bigger than me, bad
he
night,
wasn't coming
Mike.
up with no excuses.
He said, good luck, Mike. Like, it was that.
Yeah.
And look what happens. You find yourself back holding that belt.
I mean, a good example Jamahal on this card too, fucking Dominic Reyes.
Oh, I like that.
He fucking, he lost,
Did you see it?
For his, I watched it, bro. He fucking slept his ass.
Boy, he did.
Bro, but my friend that I was watching it with, he called that shit because he, 2 times before that I think it was Karlov was the dude's name.
I forget his name, but he didn't even get a bonus for that.
Nikita Karlov. He fucking 2 times in the first round, he fucking rushed in like just
that was his game. He kept doing that.
And my friend called. He's like, watch, next time he does that, he's gonna get slept. Literally like 30 seconds later, doink, and he was out cold.
He did. Shout out.
But I mean, to my point, like after he fought John Jones, which a lot of people and me included, I thought he won.
Yeah.
But then he got, not only did he lose 3 fights in a row, but he got slept, knocked out bad 3 times in a row.
Facts.
And now he's back on a 3-fight win streak.
I don't count the Anthony Smith one though, because I feel like Anthony Smith was vulnerable. He just lost his friend.
Yeah, that is true.
He probably shouldn't even been fighting. And the way he was getting his ass whooped, he was taking. It was like, I remember.
Well, he was saying in the middle of the fight, like, I want to feel, like, hit me. I want to feel something.
You could tell.
Which that shit was like, damn, dog.
You know,
like,
he hurting, bro.
For real. That shit was sad.
You can tell he meant what he said because he took an ass whooping.
Yeah.
He did.
But, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, he's still knowing all that, he still took the fight. He could have. Nobody was gonna be mad at him if he pulled out.
Right, fact.
People would have understood.
But he did whip his ass.
He did. So, but he's on a 3-fight win streak now, and he said
he getting old too.
Dominic Reyes.
Yeah.
But he said he wants one more fight, and then he wants to shot for the title. Which,
right, because you getting old, bro. You can't keep fighting now. When you like, but I think he was number 11. When he was fighting ranked, he was fighting the dude he was fighting was maybe number 8, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Dominic Reyes.
Dominic was number 11, I believe, and his opponent was number 8.
Let's look this up real quick.
So he might get number 8 slot. He might go number 9. So he might need 2 fights.
Yeah, so
he might.
Karlov was ranked number 10. So
number 10.
And Dominic jumped up to number 8.
Oh, they just changed this then. Yeah, because I was saying there was no way he was 10. Now. They switched it.
Yeah, he's up to 8 now. So
he might need one more. Let's see, who would he fight? Who's the number 8?
Let's see.
Who's the champ for that division?
Ankalaev. See, that's the guy, the Russian guy that just beat Pereira.
Oh, okay. Oh, this yeah.
The Russian dude. So right now he's the champ. Pereira,
I don't know if he could beat him.
But Pereira and him supposedly are doing a media
another
rematch.
One. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Which I don't mind seeing. But because that fight was close,
right.
Though.
You know what I'm saying? You know it's close when they do that.
Yeah, exactly.
If they don't give you that direct rematch, you know what I'm saying? You got, You got work.
Yeah,
bro. You got to go back
Alex
to the gym.
is ranked number 1. Yuri Procházka 2. Carlos Ulberg.
He ain't getting another championship. Motherfucker done fought 2 times for it, right?
He did, and he lost to Pereira
what I'm saying.
twice.
You gotta let other people get their shot. Like,
I think the
how many people got 3 and lost?
I think the fight that they're gonna make that I would like to see is Yuri Procházka and Carlos Ulberg. Carlos Ulberg, he comes from that Izzy camp, and he's good.
Yeah, he is
tall, athletic dude, and he knows how to fight. So that fight will be exciting. I think that would be a good number 1 contender match. We got Jamahal Hill and Khalil Rountree that are gonna fight.
Yeah.
Depending on that.
You saw how Rountree went 5 rounds with Pierre? Goddamn cheat was down there hanging off.
It was 4 though. It was 4. He got TKO in the 4th.
You're right.
With the liver shot.
Yeah.
But they showed he's got a scar from that fight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I remember his shit was just
He was fucked up. He got fucked up. But that being said though, like he fucking stood in there like a fucking warrior.
That's
like
what I'm saying.
Was fucking.
I don't see Jamahal Hill like that. Like
me either.
He usually get your ass out of there. To be honest. Like Rountree was like he had that warrior in him that night.
Yeah. He sure
he was popping his ass too. He was
in the beginning. He dropped him.
Right.
He rocked him a little bit. I remember. I think it was in like the second round that he rocked him.
Your boy Alex, he getting too rich. That's why he lost. I mean, forward, wearing gold chains and shit. Motherfucking stick to Shama. That's why these Russians taking over, man. You don't be seeing their ass doing interviews and these niggas in the mountains training. For real, bro. Like,
bro,
they want it, bro. Yeah. Like you can't get caught up in the sauce, bro. You can't, like, you gotta stay focused. Like, even Islam, focused.
Fighting is one of those sports that, and once you get rich, it's hard to.
Oh yeah.
Who was it? What boxer?
Why'd you do it?
Yeah, what boxer was it that it said it's hard to get up at 5 a.m. when you're getting out of like silk PJs or something.
That's hard.
That.
I don't know.
Yeah, I forget who said it.
That's hard.
But that's some real shit. Some like once you've made it, I mean, Conor McGregor, great example. Like
that liquor took off. It's over,
bro. He made that money. Like, what's the point now? Like, that's part of fighting is that hunger and that like I'm trying to get the fucking bag, dog. I feel like you need it too
to get up in the ranks. Like, these niggas are good. Only one person can win. Who won it?
Yeah.
Like, man, if you watch the sport, you know, bro. Sometimes this shit get real, bro, where it's like, boy, it's like, it's leaking bad and he still win. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see the people fight through it. Yeah. So,
the co-main event on that card was Michael Chandler, Paddy Pimblett.
Yeah. Shout out to Paddy. I used to not like Paddy.
I still don't.
Okay, I respect him. Like I used to not like him, but then because he beat my boy Bobby. You lit the fire in me.
Fucking King Green. Yeah, King, he got fucking Bobby. Work. King. He got fucking work. I
like King Green.
He did get work though.
I like King Green. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is that he's winning, and you can't take that away from him.
Just beat Michael Chandler,
but.
Go ahead.
Who the fuck is Michael Chandler in the UFC?
That's a pretty straight, bro. Like
he's like 2-6 in the UFC, and his only win is against Dan Hooker, his first fight in the UFC, which was a knockout, and his second was against Tony Ferguson, who is.
Oh man,
he's
Tony. I better not ever see your ass back in the ring.
I mean, the fucking fall from greatness.
7 in a row,
bro, and he got knocked out with a fucking front kick.
I know.
Which again, Michael Chandler is explosive.
Bobby beat his ass too, or King.
Yeah, who? Tony Ferguson?
Yeah, King Green.
Who hasn't at this point?
I know.
It's sad. It is sad to watch, but it is, everyone's taking their crack at him.
Funny, that's sad because he comes out ready. Every time you want to believe him, but it's like,
and then gets fucking dropped like a fucking bad habit. But I mean, the thing with Michael Chandler, and again, I'm not here trying to take away from anybody's victories or anything like that. I'm just putting on my fucking. My analytical, my commentator hat on. When he fought Justin Gaethje, lost. When he fought Dustin Poirier, lost. When he fought Oliveira twice, lost.
This is about to be my point. I'm glad you brought this up. Keep going.
And every one of those fights except the second Oliveira fight, he had them rocked. But then it's like he doesn't know how to capitalize on that shit.
But look who he's fought. So he's fought all those people, and so like that brings experience. So for Paddy to beat somebody who done been in the ring with these caliber fighters, that's why I'm like, damn, he beat the fuck out of Chandler. He just
he made it look easy. Yeah.
He made it look easy. He ain't just like
and he looked fucking big. He looked fucking big.
He beat up Michael Chandler, bro. So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested to see who's gonna fight next, and I feel like that's the next fight is the fight that's gonna say. Y'all gotta respect him now.
And
he gotta give him a top 5.
Yeah, I mean he called out everybody.
Where is he?
He called out everybody. They moved him up to 8. So he called everybody out in the top 5. He called out Dustin Poirier. He called out Max Holloway. He called out Justin Gaethje. He called out Charles Oliveira and Arman Tsarukyan. So he wants a top 5 fight.
All right, out of those 5, I give him Charles.
Woo,
give him Charles. If he can get through Charles.
You think out the gate? I think
Charles will beat him.
Same.
But I'm saying if he was to get his wish granted, who would you pick? Who would you?
I think if I'm Paddy, I either want to fight Dustin or Justin because I think those are high profile names.
It's not what you want. Like as a fan.
As a fan, what I want to see.
Not as if you was Paddy. Like I'm looking at it like, okay, if I grant his wish to give him a top 5, I think I want to see him fight Oliveira.
I would say either Oliveira or Justin Gaethje.
Okay. Yeah, Gaethje too. I just feel like one of those would really make everyone be like, damn, you got to respect him.
Yeah.
If he can beat Oliveira or your boy Gaethje.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll solidify him.
Yeah, and then he gets a title shot after that.
You know, who you gonna say? Who is Justin Gaethje?
Yeah.
Like a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, he'll fucking knock your ass off if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think Justin Gaethje would be a better fight for Patty.
Right.
I think, like you said, I agree with you that if he fights Charles, I think he loses that fight. But I think if he fights Justin Gaethje, I think he can pull that fight out and win.
You think he'll slug it out with him, or you gonna try to wrestle him? Because Gaethje, he a striker.
Yeah, I mean,
but Patty looked real well rounded with Michael Chandler.
He did, but Justin Gaethje is a different beast than Michael Chandler.
I always give credit and respect the youngins who had that fire, because like Gaethje and Poirier and Oliveira are all older.
Yeah,
like they're not young. I think they're in their 30s.
Yeah,
and like that matters. And they even had championship fights, and some get it done, some don't. Sometimes you didn't.
I think all three of them have been either champion or
Oliveira has been a champion
or interim
Justin,
champion.
He's been a champion.
Interim, yeah.
Okay, well I think Oliveira was a champion.
Yeah,
like
undisputed.
But still though, you know, it's like back and forth. It's no like solidity. You know, it's the belt keep moving.
Yeah. And
so one thing I just been learning in this sport as it gets more advanced, like that young fire be mattering, like your boy Ili Pretoria.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Like even the dude from Georgia, I think he's like 27, 28. Or maybe
Rob?
Yeah.
But like, I think he might be in his late 20s, early 30s.
Like
he's
Oliveira probably 35, 34.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because I think Volkanovski was like 36, 37.
Let's see. They don't show it on here, but yeah, I mean,
so
they're definitely in there. Yeah.
So,
which I mean, it's interesting that he didn't call out Topuria, but I think Topuria wants, like, he don't want to fight anybody else. He wants to fight straight for the championship, which I think he should. I think he should.
So to skip everyone in the weight class.
Yeah, he was champion at 145, and he
him out there
he cleaned out the division, so he moved up. They've all had a chance at Islam, and they've all lost. Dustin, Charles, Justin Gaethje, Armand was about to, but then he hurt his back and pulled out. I mean, they've all had a shot. So get a fresh face in there. And Topuria, again, he, like you said, he can strike, and he's good on the ground. He can hold his own with wrestling. So
if you know about Alexander Volkanovski, he knocked him out. It might not mean
cold.
much. If
Max Holloway really knocked him out cold.
Like, bro, that means a lot, bro, to knock out that man, bro. Like, he was really like that. Dominant. And for you to be, I think he was like 27 when he did it.
And a lot of people
are a real deal.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to say that he was coming off of that Islam knockout and whatever, but then
he got him out of there.
But then he follows that up with getting Max Holloway out there. That's never been knocked out.
And who just put Gaethje to the fucking ground face first.
Yeah,
when they
and he beat the shit out of Justin Gaethje.
Hell yeah,
the whole fight.
Remember they said he was doing this?
Well, he pieced him up the whole fight, and then he's like, "All right, bet."
Getting face first. Yeah, cold.
So
that was a good fight.
I think Islam and Topuria is the fight to make in that division, and then let everybody else figure it out. Like, create other fights, put Patty up against somebody. Woo! Against Topuria and Makhachev?
Yeah, Islam. I got Islam. He's done, like, you got to show me, like, he's like that to me. I don't think I think
he is like that, but I think Topuria is also like that.
So who? You only choose one?
Ooh, man.
I'm choosing. I'm going with Islam.
Right now, today on April 15th, 2025 at 8:05, I'll go with Topuria. That might change, but right now, right now, I'll pick Topuria. And that might be because I want to see it happen.
I feel like it will happen. It has to.
It has to.
Yeah,
what's the other?
He's officially moved up, right?
Yeah, he vacated the belt.
Yeah, he has to.
Volk already won the featherweight.
1 or 2 fights for Islam. Islam either going to fight him next or one more after. Because I don't think they're going to make him wait. Topuria. If they don't give him the automatic champ, I think they only make him fight once.
But but that's the thing that I've been saying is that Islam is saying that Topuria needs to fight somebody else to prove himself.
Right, but they say
Topuria is saying I want
what Dana saying.
Dana don't say shit until shit's fucking official.
Right. We got to talk to the bat looking at it. Got to talk to Hunter head at.
But so it's like, you want to fucking. I think it's a no brainer. I think it's.
But that's so that proves my point. So he either fight him next or one more. Like, you can't run for long.
No.
But I don't think Islam the type to run.
But Islam's talking about that if
he gonna go up.
Cause if Belil wins, he's not gonna move up. But if that Jack Deladon, whatever the hell, because him and they fight together, they're in the same camp. He don't want to fight Balil because they fight in the same camp. Yeah. And like that's that whole Middle Eastern, you know how like when Kamaru and Islam and Israel were champs, and they were talking about maybe Kamaru moving up, but they were like, no, we don't want to fight each other. Like it's that type shit. Yeah, it's that type shit. So that he doesn't want to fight Balil, but if that Jack fucking MDM or whatever the fucking whatever his name is, the dude with his nose is fucked up. Yeah, if he wins, then Islam will probably move up and take the belt at 170, or at least try to, and then that'll be a vacant belt at 155, and then you put Topuria against whoever the fuck.
He gonna beat all those.
Topuria?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Gaethje, Poirier, Oliveira.
Yeah.
Patty.
Yeah. Like, Armand, I think he beats all of them. Yeah.
I think he'll have history unless he let that damn money get to his head. But he don't seem like it. Because
I don't think he's made that type of money yet. Like obviously he's making good money.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
As long as when he gets rich, like, you start knocking out Charles Oliveira, Gaethje. I mean, your ass about to be paid.
Yeah.
Your sponsor's coming.
Yeah. So
fuck
I think
UFC.
Yeah. Right now the fucking 155 to me is probably the most exciting division right now.
Right.
Because there's just so many fucking options as to what's going to happen or who can fight who or who's not going to fight and all this other shit. But, you know, it's all just I guess all this shit is going to play out eventually.
Facts.
It's going to play out. You know, people are going to lose. You know, people are going to move up. And then that's just going to, you know, that's going to move shit along. But
right. Injuries happen. So we shall see, but I mean, I think, like I said, I think this card kind of, for the hype that it had, I think it lived up to it. Every fight was exciting. There was knockouts. There was decisions. There was, you know, up-and-comers proving themselves. You know, fucking seasoned vets proving that they still got it. You know, I had a little bit of everything. So, I mean, I'm hoping that this whole lightweight shit can get figured out and they start matchmaking in that and start getting these fights going because I do want to see Topuria fight again and I don't want to see him sit for too long. Right.
Because I feel like
I don't think he even wants to.
No, because I mean, that obviously that's not really, you know, an advantage for him after a little bit. Like you want to get in there and fucking do what you got to do. So we shall see with that.
We shall see.
Shit, what is the next card?
There was a Durham, the black dude with the dreads on the card. Forgot his first name. He was on his name Durham.
On the prelims? Was it on the prelims?
Yeah, he was on the prelims.
Oh, I didn't watch the prelims.
Okay, I watched. So I do the early prelims, the prelims, and the main card. But yeah, it's just he's an up and comer.
Let's see.
And he got his ass beat. And he let me down.
Oh fuck! Before we move on though, did you see that fucking Bryce Mitchell Gene Silva fight? The bald dude.
Oh yeah, how we forget about that? Was the first card.
That was after the Dominic Reyes fight, but boy, he fucking. Oh my god, he was fucking toying with Bryce Mitchell in that bitch.
Who I think Dana specifically had.
And I think that's 155 too, right? No, that's featherweight. That's 145.
Yeah, it's a bantam feather light.
Yeah. So he might be fighting. He might be trying to fight for the title here soon too, because he got him out there quick.
Dana purposely had matchmakers match up Silva with Bryce to make sure he get his ass whooped because his comments. He had backed up Hitler.
Yeah,
I think that was deliberate. They was gonna make sure that he fights somebody. It was a good chance he gonna get his ass out of there. Like. You know, and he did. He even taunted him in a way.
He was fucking. Bro, he was.
It was almost like, nigga, you gonna get your ass knocked out, man. Chill out. Because I wanted Bryce to get beat.
There was some because I guess they were beefing in the press conference too, the pre-fight press conference, and he was saying some wild shit and like he wouldn't even. Bryce Mitchell wouldn't even shake his hand. Like you know how they dap up in the beginning. He didn't do it for 2 rounds. And in the second round, I was like, all right, bet, watch this, and fucking got his ass out of there real fucking quick.
He put the man to sleep. He was unconscious with his eyes closed. Bro, he was unconscious looking in the sky.
He got him in that choke, and like within 2 seconds, he was like fucking already asleep.
Like a weird
it was a ninja choke. That's what it was called.
It was up under twist. It was like, damn.
Yeah, he looked like that shit, and that's another one that he made it look like it was fucking easy for him.
He part of the nerds.
Yeah, those fighting nerds are undefeated.
Yeah, they are, but we'll see though.
He might be the best one. He might be the best one out of all those 4.
Every dog have his day. Who the champion for that?
For featherweight, that's Volk.
Pantoja?
No, that's Volk. He's at 145.
Oh, silver featherweight?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know when he'll fight Volk, but he could maybe beat Volk.
Let's see, because
he's quick and strong.
They have him right now at 11, and he wasn't ranked before. So, I mean, you could put him up against...
He's probably going to have to get 1 or 2 more fights for a belt.
Man, give him a top 10 fight right now. Give him Brian Ortega. Josh Emmett.
He's going to beat Ortega.
Yeah, I think so too. But
if he can get him out there and knock his ass out first round or something.
Brian Ortega is number 7. So he's 11. So he'll jump up to 5 to 7 or 6. And then give him a top 5 fight. Give him Yuri or something like that. And then
Yuri Rodriguez?
Yeah. Yair Rodriguez. And
he's pretty good too.
Diego Lopez, Max Holloway.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, he's older now, but he used to be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was listening to what's his name?
Who?
Ariel Hawani. He has a podcast. I was listening to him talk about it.
That's the dude with the glasses?
Yeah. Okay.
He does other sports too, right?
He does like fights, so he does other like boxing and like other combat sports, but he does his mostly UFC.
Okay.
But he was saying that like but they were saying like he had him and a couple other guys on a podcast, and he was saying that like I don't think this is a reflection of what Pitbull is, because he is older.
He's older.
But he went in there and fought Yair Rodriguez is good. Amazing. And that's your first fight in the UFC. Right. So it's like, maybe if you would have given him somebody maybe outside of the top 5 but still top 10, maybe Pitbull wins, and then he's able to build some momentum. But to throw him straight to the dogs, throw him straight to Yair Rodriguez, and Yair Rodriguez is coming off of 3-fight losing streak, so he's trying to prove something.
It's a dog world.
Yeah, so I mean, he might. I think he'll probably have a couple more fights, and we'll see how he does and shit like that. But based off Pitbull's track record, I think he'll bounce back. I don't know if he's gonna win a championship or anything like that, but I think he'll bounce back and have a couple wins in the UFC.
Who we got next week? Who's the next UFC card? O'Malley.
The next one
is Pantoja fighting.
Let's see. The next
what's
fight
her name? What's the white girl name? Kayla Harrison. Now that's gonna. I don't really watch women fights. I ain't gonna cap.
Oh yeah, Julianna Peña and Kayla Harrison.
Yeah, I don't.
Kayla
really
Harrison is gonna fucking beat that ass.
Facts. Bro.
Oh my god, that's a man. Have you seen her? Her jawline, her Adam's apple fucking sticks out as far as.
But Pantoja ain't no joke. But Harrison, she like you say. She different.
Yeah, I think
and Pantoja talking too much.
Yeah, well, she did
that
like
with motherfuckers talk too much.
She did that with Amanda Nunes too. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think if Kayla Harrison wins, Amanda Nunes is going to come out of retirement and fight Kayla Harrison.
I feel like she gonna lose though.
Probably. I mean, I
just like Kayla that much. Like
she's a fucking savage. Yeah, no, she is. She's. I don't see why she can't.
So that's the next one.
Make a run. Yeah, the next one is Merab and Sean O'Malley. That's 316.
I feel like O'Malley gonna lose.
Oh wait.
I feel like he done got too.
No, take that back. The next one is Belil and
Muhammad
and Jack Della Matadella, whatever the fuck his name is.
That card don't really interest me like that. Like I don't really fuck with Muhammad like that.
Yeah. Valentina's fighting on that card. Gilbert,
okay, she good.
Yeah, I mean this Benoit Saint Denis, that French guy. I think he's gonna be pretty good.
But it ain't one of them cards.
Though. No. Jose Aldo's on the fucking prelims.
Oh man, I thought he was done.
I thought they would have at least put him on the main card. At least the first fight.
He too old. He ain't a big name like he was. He more of a fan favorite.
Yeah, but that's May 10th. Oh, but this next fight night. This next fight night is Machado Gary and Carlos Pradas. Ian Machado Gary.
Yeah. That boy good. He nice.
Yeah, that should be interesting. That's next week, no?
Who he just lost to?
Rakhmonov, Shakov.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's another one that's going to be a fucking problem. He's at middleweight. He's going to be a fucking...
Yeah, but nobody's stopping the wolf.
Oh, him and DDP.
Charles, he's the real deal, bro. That motherfucker is like a goddamn...
DDP?
I'm telling you, the Russians, they don't play.
Oh, you're talking about
the wolf.
Shavkat, I mean, Chimaev, yeah.
Him and Ian in the same class, right?
No, that's welterweight.
Okay. So who's the welterweight champ?
Belil Muhammad.
And what weight class is Ian Gary in?
He's a welterweight as well.
And Chimaev's not?
No, he's in
light heavyweight.
He's in middleweight.
Oh yeah, I forgot about middleweight.
He's gonna fight. He's trying to fight DDP.
Yeah, I don't like him.
He fights like a fucking retard.
I don't like anyone that beat up Israel Adesanya because I'm a fan.
He fucking he
I hate that he
made
lost
him tap too. But yeah, he fights like he's fucking have half a brain, but that shit works for him.
Yeah, it does.
He fights like a crazy man, like a madman, just swinging. Like it looks like there's like no type of like fluidity or any type of fucking rhythm behind it. It looks like he's just throwing punches and kicks, but he's got that retard strength, and he's got fucking.
You got Africa, South Africa behind me. He already talking about his country.
And he's not afraid to get his nose in there and take a hit, but he'll hit you harder and knock your ass out.
He ain't gonna beat Chimaev.
That'll be an interesting fight.
I don't believe it.
I think that'll be an interesting fight.
I feel like Chimaev gonna get his ass on the ground and pound his ass. Man,
DDP is so big. When the last time he's so big for middleweight though? He's cut into 185 and he looks fucking jacked. Like he looks like he's pushing 200.
Went 5 or 3 rounds, or like to the decision.
Let's see.
He's usually finishing his motherfuckers.
His last fight was against Robert Whitaker, and he fucking broke his fucking jaw.
Bro,
yeah,
like within minutes.
Ooh, yeah, that shit was rough.
Like, and before that, I forget who he fought, bro, but I don't remember ever seeing him getting his hand raised via decision.
Before that, let's see. Before that, that's when he fought Kamaru Usman, and then before that, he fought Kevin Holland.
He went the distance with Kamaru.
Yeah, but he won by decision. That was the one where he went 3 rounds, but Kamaru was coming alive in that third.
What about before that?
Kevin Holland, which he got him out of there.
Yeah.
Before that was Kevin Burns, and that was Gilbert Burns, and that was a good fight.
Kevin Burns,
but that was a good fight though. That Gilbert Burns and Chimaev's fight. He made him work. He made him work. So
he's a stud. He's tough. Gilbert Burns.
I mean, shit. I think he's on the next. I just saw that he's gonna be on one of these fight nights. Let me see.
There's levels to this shit, bro. Like, you start dealing with fighters that's very skilled, bro. Like, they take less damage and really know how to break it down. You know?
That's actually the next fight night is Gilbert Burns.
Okay.
May 17th.
I like Burns because he gonna bang.
Oh, no, take that back. That's after 315. So it's May 17th. But, yeah, that Gilbert Burns is the main event. And he's fighting some undefeated dude, Michael Morales.
Okay. I've heard of him.
So, we'll see. We'll see if he, what he does with that. He might be on the back end of his career. I mean, how old is he?
He probably 32, maybe 33.
38.
Gilbert Burns?
Gilbert Burns is 38.
Damn, bro. He's older than Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, he's on the back end. He might be trying to make one more.
I did not know he was that old,
championship run, but that's wishful thinking.
Hell nah, bro. That's too old, bro. Because he the type to go hard, bro, and be getting his ass beat up on.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the best fighters take less damage, bro.
Yeah, so he'll probably be out of there soon, but I think I'm a big UFC fan, so I think I think all this shit's interesting, especially just like the element of fighting is so unpredictable.
Right.
So
it is.
To me, it's one of the most exciting sports. But
I think so too.
We shall see. We shall see what the rest of this year holds and who will fight. And also, I mean, not that they were on the card or anything, but John Jones and Tommy Aspinall still nothing.
They need to bring out that money.
Yeah,
money and talks.
Which I feel like that's the one weight division you could do that in is heavyweight, because there's literally who else is in that division right now that's really going to be contending for a title? Nobody. That shit is that heavyweight division is light as fuck right now. So I think they're able to do that because of that.
Facts. I was thinking about Francis Ngannou. I was thinking if they don't get Jones to fight Aspinall, they should try to get Francis.
Bro, I think
like on some independent shit. Like where the millionaires at? Put your damn money together.
The fucking Saudis over there.
Saudis. Exactly.
I think I saw
he beat
something.
The fuck out of that last one.
I think they're trying to get Deontay Wilder and Francis Ngannou in a boxing fight.
Really?
I saw. Yeah.
I ain't hear about that.
I don't know how much.
I feel like Wilder probably gonna beat him up. Like,
probably. I mean, that's the thing.
He's
like,
not a boxer.
That's the thing. Like
Ngannou. We saw that with who?
Anthony Joshua. He fucking
who he not? Yeah, exactly.
He got knocked out by him.
Yeah, it's like he fought a legit heavyweight. You know.
Yeah.
So I would have put my money on Wilder
Yeah, and say what you want about Deontay Wilder, but he is a boxer. Like that's what he does.
Right.
Even if to me, maybe it's a hot take. I think he is kind of a one-trick pony, but you put him in there with
that left, that right.
Yeah. But you put Francis in there, who's he can fight, but he's not a boxer
at all.
There's, like you said, there's levels to it. It doesn't matter how good of a fighter you are. Boxing is a skill.
Yes. Like you said, you saw how Tyson Fury beat up on Wilder.
Yeah,
like this nigga stocky, in shape, got beat by a damn troll like a giant. Like I'm just saying, like he outskilled him.
Yeah, so damn, we'll see. Bless you.
Thank you.
We'll see, but fuck, what else been going on, man?
I don't know too much about boxing, though.
Me either. I don't really watch boxing like that. Bless you.
Just the headlines.
Yeah, I don't really. Boxing is too. There's too many belts. There's too much going on, and not enough fucking like. Yeah,
they say that. Like one person had 4 champion of 4 belts.
Yeah, and then the other person they're fighting has 3 belts. I'm like, well, what the fuck is going on there?
And they can avoid each other.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to fight this person. Yeah. I can avoid you as long as I kind of can until the people pressure me.
Yeah.
Versus UFC ain't no running.
Yeah.
You either hurt or you fighting.
Yeah. You got to fight the next man up. You got to fight the next best guy, or else you're not moving anywhere.
Nah.
And they're not afraid to fucking cut your ass either.
Yeah, you probably would have to give up your spot.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll put somebody else ahead of you. Yeah, it's just a lot easier to follow. There's a lot more like just, consistency as far as what I'm seeing, and I know who the champion is. I know who, I see the rankings, and it is that. So, it's not too much, guessing and questioning shit. So
facts.
But
yeah.
What else going on, man? It's been a couple months since we had you on.
Shit, man. I just been focusing, man. Like, I'm a spiritual person, bro. So I do shadow work. I got a lot of stuff I have to process on a daily. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of my life. We all actually go through this. We all actually have what I'm talking about. It's just a lot of us aren't aware of it, or we're just not in a position to kind of deal with it. Yeah. So we escape. We do things to escape from it, or we have things that make us escape from it, like our jobs and stuff. But I don't be doing too much, man. Like, once you wake up, bro, it's hard to enjoy life like you once did when you was like
take that red pill, fuck.
Yeah, it just is what it is, bro. Like, it doesn't mean you can't enjoy life. It's just you got to make more of an effort. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You got to
like,
make time to enjoy it.
The convenience doesn't always satisfy you. Like,
the guy that I just had on, Tony Rose, shout out to Tony. Hey. We were talking about that though, like, and I mean, I said it jokingly. It's like, damn, sometimes I get jealous of like a little baby or a little child because they're just so present in the moment, just living their life, not with nothing else but just what's going on in front of them and shit like that. And it's like you said, the older you get, the more you start realizing, the more you kind of wake up to shit. It's like, man, it's, life has a funny way of making it harder to smile, but you gotta find ways too, and you gotta find the light in this life and find the enjoyment in it. And and it's there, but like you said, there's so much distraction, so much this, so much that. You gotta sift through the bullshit a little bit and figure out what it is in this life that's gonna bring that smile, bring that light to your life. Some people it is their job. Some people it's their kids. Some people it's a hobby. Some people whatever. So there's things there, but
every person gotta find that. Yeah, like your kids, your mother, your everything outside of you can't be everything for you.
Facts.
You have to find something within yourself that you live for.
For sure.
It can't all be external.
For sure.
That's why you see people end up just sad, depressed, or just like, damn, bro, like, you're just not happy. Like, and just because you're not happy doesn't mean you're angry.
Yeah.
But you gotta find that drive, that purpose within, whatever it is, bro. It could be you taking care of your truck. You got a nice old school truck and you fucking detail that motherfucker every weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look forward to that, brings you pride and joy. Anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That you can feel like you accomplished, like you're doing something. So it's important, bro. But yeah, man, it's life, bro. It's
a motherfucker.
Like once I woke up, bro, I had already suffered so much in my life, but I didn't know I suffered. You know, I just kind of went through it. And then once you wake up and realize you suffer, it gets tricky, bro. It gets real tricky. You know what I'm saying? Because some people like they suffering raw. Some people like it, you know, masked. Like in the sense of like, okay, I'm going to suffer by eating a whole bunch of junk food. Yeah. You know, and getting high as fuck. Other person might suffer through not doing none of that and actually feeling that pain, you know? Feeling the emptiness of the void within us that we all experience. So yeah, that's what I'll be working on. It's called shadow work. If any of y'all want to go out there and do your research on it, I think it's imperative. I think everyone should be doing it, especially people who come from trauma or just come through like toxicity or abuse, neglect, all that. You know, especially, but we all should do it. Yeah. You know, you got to learn how to integrate it. Carl Jung told us that. You know, teaches you that. You don't escape your demons or run from them, but you integrate them. You know, you make the demons follow you. You don't follow the demons. Yeah. Demons there. Yeah. God is too, and Jesus. But
it's all intertwined.
You get what I'm saying? They're all like archetypes.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily like people, persons. We have like archetypes in us, bro, that as humans, it's like a collectiveness of consciousness and archetypes that's in every human. That's why even though we're all individuals, you will still meet a group of people that are so kind of similar. Yeah. Because they're all one archetype. Yeah. Like you got people who, in a sense, that archetype, like they might have the archetype of maybe like, you know, perseverance, drive, happiness. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say? Yeah. And then you have you might have somebody else archetype, like they had that mischievous aspect of them, like this group of people. They're not afraid to break the rules. Yeah. They'll walk the line of curiosity. Yeah. Then you got the archetype where it's like, damn, bro, you a rape somebody? Like, damn, you'll kill, like murder, gruesome, that type of archetype. Then you got like the divine. There's different types. Yeah. Yeah, I just do a lot of work like that because I feel like if I don't, I'll probably go crazy.
How you do it? You like read books, research?
Well, the shadow work, you just have to be aware in your everyday interactions with people and what you're doing. You can't do things necessarily unconsciously. Yeah. You have to be aware and conscious of your thoughts. Yeah. Like I've said before on this podcast, like we all have that voice in our mind, but there's something behind it that observes it. And then behind the observation is something else that it's hard to tap into that. It's a collectiveness of all your consciousness. But you just have to be aware, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like most people, if you told them right now, like, what do you do every day? Like, or what do you think about? Bro, they'll probably get you like 10 things when they thought about 1 million or more.
For real. Yeah.
Fact, bro. Me, you, everyone. We have millions of thoughts every day. But I guarantee we can't even write down 20 of them. Most people.
For real, yeah.
And in a world that you're under attack, everything's constantly stealing your attention. Everything's constantly using fear to manipulate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, switch your food. You might get cancer, diabetes. Like, damn, motherfucker, you got me scared to eat this shit now. Now I gotta change. It's off. You done scared me into buying this expensive ass shit. Yeah. You done scared me into buying this brand now. You manipulated me. And we're all constantly under attack. Yeah. You know.
Man, I was just talking about that with my friend yesterday. Yeah, that's like, and especially with people that are just constantly have the news on all the time. Right. Yeah. It's like that's a prime example. And I'm not saying it's everybody, but you know, from what I see, it's a good majority of people that just constantly have the news that are on that are just always seems like, you know, they're always thinking the worst, it seems. And again, not to say that that shit's not out there, but like sometimes you just gotta step out in the world and see it for yourself. Right. Stop looking at it through a newscast. Stop looking at it through a fucking screen on a box and all that shit. Like just step out in the world and go to the store, go to the mall, go to the park, see what's going on around you, and understand that life can be bad, but like it's not as bad as these guys are trying to make it seem to be. Because again, like you said, they're trying to use fear to get you to control you and to get you to fall in line and shit. Right. And it's like, listen.
And that's at the highest level.
Yeah.
But you have businesses on a lower mid-level that are manipulating us.
Yeah, for sure.
They're taking advantage of us, preying on vulnerability. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you, me, someone else who might be strong and know like stay for this bullshit. You know how many women out here vulnerable? Gonna get scared they hear this shit. Now I'm gonna start buying this. I'm gonna start doing this.
Yep.
You gotta think about more than yourself. You know how many children hear this shit and it starts to shape and influence them on how they live in this world.
But how they're gonna make decisions
and what
shit
brands they choose, because everything's about a brand.
Yeah.
So it's just you have that we're constantly under attack. Social media is the new news. They ain't talking about weather and shit. But you listening to motherfuckers who's telling you the broadcast of the day. How else we know about what Kodak doing? How else we know about Boss Man Leo? How else we know about Kanye wearing clan suits? That's the news.
Yeah.
It constantly reinvents itself. Mm-hmm. Just like slavery. It reinvented itself. We don't need to beat the people no more. We've understand and studied the human being enough.
Psychology.
We beat they're already scared. All we gotta do is manipulate the fear.
Yeah.
Take the love out, put fear in them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you operate out of love, your inside creates your outside. If you operate out of fear, your outside creates your inside.
Amen.
So you see what they doing to us.
Yeah.
We're living in fear, so that means we're constantly, man, this shit deep, bro. They not ready for this shit, bro. It's deep,
tell
bro.
Them, dog.
This shit'll make them turn it off,
They gotta fucking hear from somebody.
Like,
shit.
I'm just saying, bro, like, it's so deep what they're doing to us, bro. And to get even deeper than that, they ain't doing shit to us. We doing it to ourselves.
Yeah, so that's
the evilest part of it.
A lot of it is self-inflicted.
The most evilest part is not chopping up people and doing all the evil shit, is not telling you who you are.
Watching somebody self-sabotage themselves and just being...
That's what's evil.
And just
not telling you that you can heal yourself, you can guide yourself. And I'm going to keep giving you food that I know going to cause cancer and kill your ass. Like, that's what's evil, Eric. You feel what I'm saying? That's true evil. That's Satanism. Yeah. Like, god damn, nigga, the only food I can get going to give me cancer?
Yeah, and the alternative is fucking more fucked up.
Oh my God. Like,
shit. And even
it's crazy how we can't come together off that. Like, people don't want to deal with that. Fuck that shit, nigga. My house is 4-bedroom, a pool, nigga. Life is great over here. My job ain't that bad. People don't want to deal with that, bro. And I don't blame them. Because, like my tat say, bro, freedom is death. If you ain't ready to die, you're never going to be free. It just can't happen. Yeah. Because they're always going to use the threat that I can kill you and take you away from your family. But if you really know what love is detachment, bro. Unconditional, bro. You love yourself so much, you're willing to sacrifice your life for the next generation. Yeah. That's real love. Jesus taught us that. We know that. Being afraid to die ain't love. Being here, staying with your family. And I ain't trying to say like, yeah, let's go die. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying when you believe in something, you have a purpose, nothing will stop you. No fear. When you love something enough, you're willing to die for it. If you love yourself enough, you're willing to die for your freedom so your children and your grandchildren can have freedom. Yeah. But we don't understand the complexity of this life. A woman is born with all her eggs that she ever will have. So since she's born with all her eggs, that means she's holding her daughter and her granddaughter. This is a 3D life. The generation is already here. The shit that the woman is going through, her daughter and her granddaughter is experiencing it. Yeah. It's deep. But they'll never tell us about this. We're going to teach your ass about shit that don't matter. You got to learn who you are. And you know, that's why you got to do shadow work and just observe, bro. Like, most people ain't been, like, my life has been so difficult to other people if they knew. But in that difficulty, you're able to see a different perspective because you have more, you're hyper vigilant when you're in trauma and survival. You have a different type of awareness. And that's just what we're lacking. All of us. We just lack that awareness within.
Self-awareness is...
That's what we're lacking.
But that's something
we're ignorant of ourselves.
That's something that I admire. When I see somebody who is self-aware of themselves, regardless of the choices that they're making or whatever, whether I agree with it or not, it's something that I have to respect at least. Right. Because there's so many people who are just doing shit for the sake of doing it, and not necessarily knowing why, or not understanding why they're doing it, or understanding the consequences, or are surprised when the consequences do come. Like, well, why did that happen? I'm like, how did you not see that coming?
Right.
Like when you make a choice, obviously there's outliers, but there's more times than not, there's only a finite amount of outcomes that are going to come from this choice. There's only 2 or 3 outcomes that are going to come from it. So how can you not see what the fuck is going to happen if you fucking name it? If you fucking decide to fucking, I don't know, fucking punch somebody in the face. There's only so many things that are going to come from that. Most likely. Right. There might be, and there's that one, you know, option that is like, oh shit, like if everything goes well, this is going to happen. But like more times than not, if you punch somebody in the face, you're probably going to get punched back. If you give somebody a hug, they're probably gonna hug you back. Like and that's like at its simplest. But like you take that into other life decisions, and it usually plays out like that. If you got to go confront somebody about something, and it's gonna be a hard conversation, there's only really a few different ways that it's gonna play out, based off what you know about the person, based off what you know about their emotional maturity and how they handle their emotions and all these things. There's only so many different ways that things are gonna play out, and the fact that when shit happens and people are just so fucking like, oh, what, like caught off guard by the outcome, it's like, well, damn, like, yeah, maybe they shouldn't have acted like that, but maybe you should have known what the fuck was going on and like been a little bit more aware of the players that you're dealing with and everything that's going on.
Well, you only make a mistake once. The second time was a choice.
Facts.
You did?
Yeah.
Don't play. Like, stop lying to yourself. We all know the truth. We all have that conversation in our head.
Yeah.
When we know what we should be doing and what we shouldn't be doing. And a lot of times we do what the fuck we want, not what we should.
Yeah.
The second thing is Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say, bro. It was a good point too. It was a good point,
man.
But just it'll come back to me, bro. But yeah, you only make a mistake once, bro. The second time's a choice, bro. And we all have to just learn to choose better, bro. Choose wisely for sure. But this is like when Kanye said slavery was a choice. People didn't understand, like, you could have died. You could have died. I get you was afraid, but that's what he meant by that statement. It wasn't, I get what them people did, but that's what the power of a choice is. You always have a choice. Mm-hmm. If I was right now, I had a gun, I can shoot your ass, I got whips, I stabbing you, you leaking. I still can't make you move if you don't fucking move your legs.
Yeah.
No matter how bad I'm beating your ass. I can't mind control your ass up out of here.
Yeah.
So that's the power of a choice. No one can make you do anything. You can choose to die. But they've weaponized death on us. Death might be the best thing that ever happened to us.
And that's
you just don't know. Yeah, you can say no, but how do you know?
And that's kind of, I mean, and that's kind of
like birth.
That plays into like,
you would say birth was the best thing that ever happened to you.
That plays into fear though, because the fear of the unknown. You know, you don't know what you know, and it depends on what your belief system is. Like, you might not believe in anything, and if you don't believe in anything, then death is just a void and nothing happens, and the lights just turn off, and that's it. That's it. And you know, that could be worse than what you're living in this life right now, because, you know, to a lot of our points, like, you can create and make your life what you want to an extent. If you want a nice house, nice cars, you want money, you can get that.
Right.
You could do that.
You could have anyone.
And you want the fucking pretty girl, and you want to be able to travel and all this shit. Like, you can make that happen, and you can make your life a dream.
Facts.
But and then to add on to that, if you're one of those people that, yeah, once I die, that's it, there's nothing, then why would you want to if you're living your dream right now?
Right. Well, my perspective on death, like, okay, I die here, I don't even think it's nothing. I think death is another stage. I think that
I agree.
I believe personally that my soul chose this life, this vessel, this body. Like,
that goes into
I came from somewhere else.
That goes into energy can't be created or destroyed.
It cannot.
So if based off that, even if you're somebody that doesn't believe in anything and you believe in science and all this shit, then that has to count for something.
It's true.
That has to count for something. Then if you think that, then it can't be. Then it's just over after death. Because then we emit energy. We are energy. So then where does it go then? It can't just stop.
It goes back within. It's kind of like this. All my ancestors are in me, but I'm not in none of my ancestors.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah.
But they all in me.
Yeah.
You see that paradox? So when I die, I must go back where the fuck I came from I don't know. I just think it's somewhere else.
Well, and
I just don't think it's nothing.
And like
I don't
we were
think
talking
this
about,
matters. I don't think this doesn't matter. I think this does matter.
Of course. But like we were talking about with the UFC, there's levels to it. If there's levels to everything else in this world, there's got to be levels to the spirituality, to death, to living, to mental, to all these things. There's got to be levels to it. It can't just be like, that's it. This can't be the end of the level, the end of the game.
What you call levels is nothing but frequencies.
Yeah.
You vibrate at a certain frequency here to manifest this existence. The next life, maybe you have a higher or lower vibration that'll align you to another frequency, aka levels.
Yeah.
All levels is that when we talk about levels, metaphysically, that's just nothing but frequencies.
Yeah.
Facts. The higher you vibrate, the more you have control of your frequency, of where you can tune in at. You want to be like, you have more control of the manifestations of your life. You can't control life.
The reincarnation, there is a theory of reincarnation that was kind of interesting to me, that you keep on coming back until you get it right, essentially.
I've heard this. They say that's what like karma is.
Yeah.
Karma isn't like, okay, I steal from you, someone steals from me. It's so much deeper than that.
It's like you live your life, you live it out, but then once you get to the pearly gates or whatever, like, oh, you don't check these off, back you fucking go. And then that's the light of you coming out of the fucking vagina and restarting life like a video game.
I feel like I've been on Earth before, and not on like no cliche shit, but like ever since a little child. I mean, like my earliest memory at 4 years old, maybe 3, of getting burned on my leg like severely.
Yeah. My
parents didn't even take me to the hospital. When they found out, they arrested my parents and then took me to the hospital. So now I'm fucking stranded, and I don't know where my sister's at. Not to say for sympathy, but it's like life always been tough for me. Yeah. It wasn't until I was about 14 I realized my life was hard. I didn't even know it was hard.
That's what you're used to.
Yeah, it was normal. Like I'm built for this shit. Like you think it's hard for me, like it ain't hard, bro. I'm like tough. Like so like you feel me? So like, but I feel that's what used to make me think or just ponder the idea like, damn, bro, I think I've probably been here before, but I don't know. I'm not that tuned in to my spirit or the spirit world to confidently tell you that at this point in my life. I'm still young. I'm not even 30 yet. So
you think that's something that comes with age, or something that kind of comes with experience, and kind of just like when you experience that experience, regardless of your age?
Well, they go hand in hand, because if you don't get it in experience appropriately, like when you should, it may delay, but time will inevitably make you experience it. Like you should have been experiencing it at 21, 25, but your ass been getting high bullshitting since till you 35. Now that midlife crisis,
everything's coming hitting
what
you
you call
once.
a midlife crisis. Nah, motherfucker, you been running, and that the damn what's that shit when the snow fall? The avalanche is here.
It don't hit you at once.
And some people can handle it. Some people, bro, they never come back.
Yeah, it drives them fucking insane.
It's like the people. Like some people get on drugs, bro, they can get off of it. I got people in my family who've been on drugs and beat it. Some people can't stop it. The avalanche too much. Yeah. Like some people hit rock bottom, they get up. Some people, they don't.
And that's it.
This is the people you see outside sleeping on a fucking bench. Yeah. Sleeping broad daylight, 90 degrees outside, sleeping on the fucking grass outside. I don't know about you, but this is what I'm seeing where you know where I stay at. And I don't even stay in a bad area.
Yeah, no, I mean,
like I don't.
And I've
and they out there sleeping on the ground.
I know. I've seen it more recently in the past few years, how the homeless is kind of trickling out from downtown and it's starting to get into the suburbs and shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, man, like it's so important. It just makes me think right now how grateful I am, bro. Like life can be so much harder, bro. Like,
but isn't that the fucking beautiful part of it? And that's why, like, and
somebody can come in right now and shoot us,
and that'll be it. That's it. There's not much we can do about it. But
you know what I'm saying? It's just for some people that is a reality. Tonight, somebody is going to die. Yeah. Unfortunately, on some bullshit. Yep. Somebody going to get shot up tonight. Yep. That's the reality that we live in, but it's not ours. Yeah. And be grateful for that.
Facts.
And you take that shooting incident, but you can use any situation. Some motherfuckers about to get fired tomorrow.
Yep. Some person
today.
Some person gonna walk into their house and see their partner cheating on them.
That's a reality.
Ooh.
Be grateful for your reality. You know what I'm saying? And the paradox again is even that person who just experienced that reality of their wife cheating on them, it can get a lot worse.
Yeah.
So be grateful.
Facts.
See the paradox?
Facts.
Like, you can't get away from it, bro.
Man.
You must be grateful for your life, bro, because there's reasons for all experiences, and it can always be worse.
Mm-hmm.
It's not to see grateful, like, oh, God, thank you for letting me catch my wife cheating. I'm just so glad. No, it's not like that. Find the lesson in everything and be grateful. Yeah. Like, that, okay, damn, thank you for allowing me to see this snake-ass bitch, how what she is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, never loaf. Never just stay in the negativity.
Yeah.
Find your positivity. Like, you have to, or the suffering is just so much harder.
And it's so, and
it's like throwing alcohol on the burn. Like,
and it's okay to fucking feel those things. And that's what I feel like a lot of people get confused, is that you either got to feel one way or completely the other. Right. And it's like, no, like, and it's like when I talk to people, it's like, it's okay to be mad. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel spiteful. It's how you act on those feelings.
Right.
It's how you handle it and how you move forward from it. Because I'm not a very spiteful person. I don't really like revenge. I think that's something that you do me wrong, that's beyond me. You're gonna get yours, but that's not my burden to carry to try and rectify these things.
Right.
But that doesn't mean there hasn't been times where I'm like, man, like I get that feeling where I just want to, like, I have the moment right there and I can take full advantage of it. But then what does that say of me?
Right.
How is that going to reflect on me? And then how is that going to come back on me? I might get that gratification in the moment, but later that night when I'm sitting there regretting it, like, damn, I could have handled this better and shit like that. So that's what, like, I feel. That's
what they say. The best thing next to pussy is getting revenge. Like, go
Tupac
ahead.
said it best.
Some people say, I'm just saying.
Hey, but that's the thing. Like, in the moment, that shit feels good. But like in the long run,
I've never got revenge.
For me, there's been times where, and it hasn't been on anything like super deep or anything.
Got revenge before?
I've done it.
I've never gotten revenge a day in my life.
When I was younger, there's been times where I've taken shit into my own hands, and I'm like, fuck, like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So, and in the moment, it felt good. In the build up to it, it felt good.
Let me clarify this. So revenge is getting back at somebody and feeling good about it, right? Like, if you do something to me and I do something back to you, is that revenge? Even if I don't feel good about it, it's just it's like you hit me, or I'm hit your ass back.
I think it's the action of it. I don't necessarily think it's the feeling. I think it's more of the action of retaliation.
Okay, I guess I have. I retaliated. I didn't know revenge and retaliation should be the same. I've retaliated, but I've never like sat here and plotted like, oh, I'm gonna get that motherfucker.
Let's see.
And then was happy about it or like felt good about it. In fact, I done got back at people and I felt guilty. I'm like, damn, they gonna call the police on my ass. Like, I felt scared. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done that shit. But I ain't never do nothing to somebody and was like, yeah, that's what that motherfucker get.
Let's see. The definition of revenge: the action of inflicting hurt or harm on someone for an injury or wrong suffered at their hands. So yeah, it's just getting back at somebody.
That's the main one.
That's the one that popped up. That's the noun of it. The verb is inflict hurt or harm on someone for an injury or wrong done to someone.
Okay.
So it's just getting back at somebody.
I guess
it's not necessarily like feeling good about it. It's just the feeling of someone did something to you, hurt you, or made you feel bad. Like so I'm gonna Okay,
I've definitely done that.
And I mean, and I've done it. Like I said, nothing on a major scale, but just to give it a little example, if you've ever played sports, I played football.
Right.
Somebody there was one time specifically and I actually ended up meeting the guy. He was a cool dude. And so it was one of the tight ends. He played for Lake Brantley, and it was my junior year. And he did some shit like 2 or 3 plays before where he like swiped my hand down and we started talking shit. So 2 plays later, I was lined up in front of him, and it was my job to fucking block him up. But it wasn't my job to.
You like a DN?
Yeah, I played DN outside linebacker, but it wasn't. I did what I had to do, but I also, to get my revenge on him, I went outside of my assignment on that play. So I ended up, I fucking blocked him, I yoked him up, and I drove him into our sideline and drove him into the ground. And it was completely outside of the play. I could have got a penalty for it, but because he was talking, because he was talking shit, and I felt some type of way about it. I'm like, all right, let me show him what the fuck is up. Right. When that could have, and again, that's on a small scale, but that could have hurt my team, could have gotten a penalty, I could have gotten thrown out of the game, all this other shit. But because I felt slighted and because I felt like I needed to take shit into my own hands, I did what I did.
Ego.
Exactly. And, you know, in that moment, yeah, you know, it's something little, it's sports, it's football, and it's a fun story to talk about, but you know, you know, scale that up 2 or 3 scales. Yeah. That's when people start losing lives. Right. That's when, you know, people, you know, start ruining other people's lives. You lose your job, you know, you fucking
destroy yourself.
Exactly.
Negativity destroys us.
So it's okay to, and that's, so back to my original point, I feel like it's okay to feel those feelings, and I feel like it's important to feel those feelings.
For sure.
So you know what it is, but when
you have to regulate them. Balance them. Mm-hmm. I can feel anger. Not only I go out fucking slapping people and shooting people. Exactly. I have to rationalize that. Exactly. Regulate that. I'm not a child.
And another important thing to that,
and to, you know, bunch of grown ass children out
here. God damn, you can say that again. Fuck. But the important thing,
I was one of them at one time too.
Hey, I think we all were at one point.
I ain't here shitting on them. Like, it's a journey. Shadow work.
But I think to add on to that, like, once you're able to regulate your emotions, then you have to figure out a way to an outlet to cope, to fucking, so, because then if you're just walking around with all this anger and all this spite, then that's just gonna come out fucking 10 times stronger than it would have if you would have just acted on it then. You got to find some type of outlet. You got to find something to you know, get that out. For me, I like working out. I like playing, you know, playing pickup ball, shit like that, stuff like that. You know. And I also, I've realized that I also don't mind, which a lot of people I find have trouble with it, is talking through shit. Right. Talking to people, just facing the problem head on. And I feel like the word confrontation has a negative connotation to it. Just because you're confronting something doesn't mean it has to be bad, doesn't mean it has to be violent, doesn't mean it has to be negative. It's just you dealing with a problem, whether it's with a friend, a coworker, somebody that you ran into on the street. Like, it doesn't have to be like, it's literally just you saying, hey, I had a problem with this. How can this not happen again? This is me telling you that I had the problem. Like, how can we avoid this? I feel like a lot of people feel like confrontation is pushing, yelling, shoving, violence, all this shit, when it's like, no, I don't have to be like, not that it can't get like that, and not that there isn't times where it's like that, but it doesn't have to be like that. Right.
Well, it all comes down to what we've been taught. So, like, usually we've been taught, or it's been portrayed, that most confrontation is either physical, like getting violent, pushing, shoving, or if it's verbal, it's like, well, how do you feel? It's like so super passive. Ain't nobody trying to fucking talk like that. Like, you should, you know what I'm saying? There has to be some type of level of aggressiveness. It can't be too patty chatty Karen. And so it goes down to not being taught, bro. Like, we're taught to avoid, because indirectly, no teaching is a teaching. Silence is an answer. So it's like, we see our parents, we see other adults, we see examples of confrontation either being avoided, or usually it's those two, or what I was saying, being super soft or physical. Like, we got to find that balance, that middle ground, where it's like, hey, I might offend you. Okay, learn to work through the shit. Okay, my bad. Like, damn, you're right. I did.
But listen to what I'm saying. But listen to what I'm saying.
I did come off a little rude about it. Like, I ain't mean to be so aggressive. Like, that was me. I didn't regulate my emotions. It's so hard to take accountability in the moment. So that's what we're dealing with. We're not taught, bro. We're all fucking kids we're like emotionally immature.
Facts. And it's wild because, like,
it's a society thing too.
I feel like it's, you know, you get that shit taught in kindergarten. You get that shit taught in first grade. Like, you know, treat people how you want to be treated. Treat people with respect. All these other things. But as you get older, you know, it kind of gets taught to you, pushed onto you that, like, oh, well, now you've paid your dues, so you can kind of do what you want, act what you want. You know, I've went through A, B, and C situations to get to this point. So now, you know, now it's fuck everybody. Right. When, you know, those same fundamental lessons need to be reinforced as you get older, because it's a lot easier for you to be like, yeah, I'm grown now. I've done this. I do that. I pay my bills, this, that, whatever. Like, who the fuck are you to tell me anything? When it's like, but like, you're missing the point now. Like, it's not me trying to tell you something. It's me trying to fucking, you know, people want to talk about, you know, I wanted to leave this world better than how I came into it. Right. But nobody really wants to do the work to do that. Right. Nobody really wants to be the bigger person to do that. Right. Nobody wants to be the calm, the stoic, the mediator. People just want to fucking get their shit off and fuck everybody else. It's like, well, then you're not gonna leave the world a better place than you came into it. So don't talk all that shit. Right. If you and that I want to do this, I want this, all that, whatever. If you're not willing to put in the work to do it, and that's just hard. Being the bigger person fucking sucks dick most of the time. Right. It's just not fun because it is a lot of swallowing your own pride, swallowing your own ego. You know, admitting your wrongs and all that shit. Right. That's just not fun. But for me at least, I feel better about myself in the long run. Right. I feel like, all right, well, you know, yeah, did I want to fucking tell this person off? Did I want to fucking smack the shit out of this person? Fuck yeah, I did. But you know what? Instead, I calmed myself down. We talked about it. We figured it out. Either, you know, we came to a agreement or we just decided to agree to disagree and move on or whatever the case may be. But to me, I feel like I get more from that than, all right, fuck you, like, go suck a dick. Right. Well, it all depends, bro, because a lot of people, not a lot, but there's a good amount of people who want confrontation. Like, just how there's a lot of people who don't want it, there's some people who want to argue with your ass. Yeah. Like, I don't argue with people, bro, where it's clearly it's done and they keep on fucking talking. Arguing for the sake of arguing. It's like, all right, bro, you really pissed me off now, bro. Like, you still going on about it. Yeah. And that's just how some people are, bro. But like you said, I mean, it's never going to be. But like you said, it's about finding that balance. I mean, you gotta find the balance. Neither one, whether you're too passive or too aggressive, I feel like neither one of those are really like, I don't want to say it's good or bad, but I don't think either of those are necessarily the most beneficial. Right. Well, it's just such a diverse world, bro. We're in a world, it all goes back to our teachings, bro. We're under attack, bro. We're in a society or just a country, state, county, city that's constantly dividing us and pivoting us against each other, where conflict is inevitable. It's going to happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No wonder they ain't teaching us how to do conflict resolution. Like, for real. It's, how can you not? Like, motherfuckers in traffic, road rage, people be about to crash their whole fucking car over someone they don't even know who cut them off. For real. That shit is... wouldn't even do that shit in person. Hell yeah. If in person I stepped on your toe, you wouldn't even fucking do shit. You in your car, you ready to crash out. What the fuck? Are you even thinking? Ain't that some shit? Jail ain't coming in your head. You ain't having no car. Ain't coming to your mind. Hell yeah. You so fucking... like, it's crazy, bro. Like... and isn't that like such a metaphor for it too? Because like the car is like your own... you're such in your own world that like you're willing, like you said, to fucking... they gonna destroy your car and their car. You're so much in your own world, you're ready to run somebody off the road, but then once you step out of your own road, right, aka the car, things start clearing up. Right. You're not as like, oh yeah, fuck, when the handcuffs get on your ass, now like, your ass wanna cry and shit. Nah, bitch, lock that motherfucker up, man. And okay, so you dealing with someone like that who's crashing out, who don't give a fuck. I'm trying to be a law-abiding citizen. This motherfucker keep about to... man, it's kind of hard to be confrontation resolution right now. Like, you see what I mean by being under attack? Like, you got to damn near be Jesus, my bad. No, Jesus or a damn monk or Buddha to really avoid this shit. You have to be vibrating at such a high frequency. And it's like, if you working a 9 to 5, bro, that's just hard. It's just, the odds are against you, dog. Yeah. Like, when you born on the lower class, the working America, you're automatically the underdog. Yeah. You're not a betting favorite, bro. Nah. You were born plus 600. You dig what I'm saying? Like, when you on the lower part. There's levels to this shit. Yeah. Some people might be plus 400. Some people plus 200. Some people, hey, it's a pick me. Yeah. But most of us, bro, we plus 600, dog. Like, odds are stacked against us. You got to really define the odds, put that work in, because this is the way the reality is manifested right now. Who runs the world? Who has the money? Yeah. Not who, the government. How the fuck the government run this shit when you got people who's richer than the government? Yep. You got people who's richer than the government. You think that the government gonna tell me what to do when I got more money than you? Man, I'll get this bitch blow the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, man. If I'm a trillion, man, I've been out. Man, my people had money before this shit was even created. Yeah. As you know what I'm saying? The Rothschilds, the motherfucking Rockefellers, man, they had money before you. The Constitution was like,
This shit, these are descendants, families of these people who created America.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? So, like, this is the type of shit that we don't really question or think about, bro. Like, you know, this is the way the world is. So, like, you can avoid it. You can navigate through it, bro. But like I say, learn who you are. Learn what you are. What you are and who you are, two different things. Mm-hmm. Believe that. Learn what you are, who you are, and where you are. And just start there. Okay. And you'll just uncover and discover just so many aspects of yourself that you always knew was there. Mm-hmm. But you just didn't open up that part of yourself. You didn't allow that part to really be discovered, to explored. And like all my intellects out here, they know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's that fear, bro, that keeps us from exploring that certain aspects of our existence, bro. Mm-hmm. Because not just fear from like the government, it's like childhood. Like, for example, I'm biracial. I'm a black man, but my nationality is my mother's white, my father's black. Mm-hmm. The reason I'm a black man, because 400 years ago, I wouldn't have been free. I'd have been in the house. May not have been in the field, but I would not have been a white free man. They would have had my ass as a slave. So, point two, damn, I had a good ass point. I fucking forgot. Damn. That shit always happens to my ass, man. So, damn, I lost it. Go ahead. Yeah. I'm gonna come back to it.
Shit. I was ready. I don't even know if I had anything to follow that shit up.
It was about my race.
Biracial.
Yeah, I'm biracial and take my damn glasses off. Maybe that might help me. They got a dog in this motherfucker.
The light will fucking.
So man, I'll come back to it. I forgot, bro. It was heavy, man. I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. But I can't think of nothing. That's how I know I be preaching the damn gospel. And I can't just bounce back to it. It just be coming out me, bro. Just,
system overload.
Yeah, bro. I just be preaching, bro. Like, there's a part of me that I've been aware of for so long, bro, since a little boy. And I'm so aware. I'm not the awareest when I say this, but I'm so aware of myself that I can recall periods of my life where my development changed. Yeah. Where I became different phases of who I am. Like,
start piecing shit together.
Yeah, like I can observe it. Like you can go back in the catalog. You can go back in your. It's like it's one recording. It's one happening. Ever since you was born, as soon as that umbilical cord cut, it's like the fruit falling from the tree. Yep. Death has started.
Now you're out there in the fucking world.
For us, it takes 80 years. Yeah. For Apple, it's like a week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But death has started, and it's just one happening, like a ripple.
It's all relative, though.
Yeah, facts, bro.
It's all relative.
Yeah, it is, bro. Like, life is what it always was. There's nothing new under the sun, bro.
Facts. This shit has happened fucking a million times over to a billion different people.
Oh, and and it's just getting to the point where, as society, we're consuming poison and expecting to be okay. You can't eat vomit. Yeah. You can't eat evil, perversion, and all these negative things that we consume and think you're going to be okay. It's just an oxymoron. It's so contradicting. It's like you say you're a Christian, but you out here smoking cigarettes, fucking cursing, judging. And you think you're going to heaven? Motherfucker, you on the way to hell.
Hey,
it's an oxymoron. It's like, it's such a contradiction. And that's what we're dealing with. And so, honestly, like, people think I'm crazy when I say this, bro. Like on my crazy man shit, like homeless talking in the middle of the road type shit. Bro, we all should just, like, we need to die. And I don't say that and like go kill ourselves. What I'm saying is the only way out is in. We're never going to escape this.
Or like an ego death more than anything.
No, they need us for this to exist. I'm saying, bro, I'm on some other shit. Like, bro, the only way people can be rich, the only way a master can exist if he has slaves. We're all afraid to die. But if we chose death than being a slave, like we all say, we ain't working. Y'all, we smart enough, we're intelligent enough to figure out how everyone can do this and live a functional, true life with a family and be happy and some love and shit. Not no like Not no fairy tale life. Just not this shit. Yeah. Ain't nobody saying let's have a fucking fairy tale Pocahontas existence.
Yeah.
But goddamn, man, y'all can't say this shit can't be better. You got fucking 8 people around you. You don't know none of them probably.
For real.
It's no love, bro. It's just fear. That's why I don't talk to you. I don't trust you. I don't know you. It's all fear-based. And as long as you're participating in it, what you think's gonna happen to you? You can't escape it. You can't drink poison and think you're not gonna get sick. You can't operate out of fear and think you about to find some love.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It goes back to, bro, you got to know who you are, learn who you are, what you are, and where you are. And you will discover a whole lot.
Yeah.
That
shit will start clearing up for you. Things will start. Hey, I'm not saying life will get easier, but you'll start understanding more, and inevitably things will start. You accept more, so things will start becoming easier for you. You know, it'll be easier to get over certain things. It will be easier to not want to cut that dude off in traffic. It will be easier to be the bigger person and accept, you know, certain things and just move on with your day and not let one little thing linger and ruin your whole day.
Man, like Kodak said, life keep lifing.
Facts.
So if you don't learn how to deal and regulate your emotions, the only other option you have is to hold on to those. Carry those with you.
And that shit'll weigh your ass down.
The more you live, the more life, like I say, life keep lifing. So you're going to keep on carrying shit to the point where this shit going to either make you surrender or it's going to motherfucking destroy you.
Yep. Either
way, one must happen. And it just goes back to, like I say, we're consumer poison, bro. Like it's a fucked up world. Not for everyone. Like, it gets weird, bro, because it makes it the way I sound like life is so depressing, so bad. And it's not that it is. It's just like life ain't sweet, bro. Like, no, it ain't. It's just such a selfish world, bro. And this is why this shit gets so lonely, bro, because most people don't understand this shit, bro. Like, bro, most people ain't suffered. Like, man, it's so much, bro. But it's important to go through things, bro. It brings character, wisdom, and, you know, a lot of people just escaping, bro.
Yeah.
And they gonna have to feel that shit one day.
Eventually.
I promise you, bro. Our generation, bro, the 90 babies, our day coming, bro. Some of us been feeling this shit. Someone like me, I was born feeling this shit. That's all I know.
Yeah.
A lot of people, bro, every dog got his day, bro. And we're gonna have to answer. You know what I'm saying? For motherfuckers out there watching all that goddamn porn, that shit coming, bro. Yeah. Hey, for everybody out there gaming 6-7 hours a day, for motherfuckers out there binge watching TV, motherfuckers out there eating 2 whole boxes of cereal, getting high, bro, you gonna have to answer, bro. This is real, cause you know goddamn well you ain't supposed to be doing that. And you still do it.
You know who the fuck you are, damn it.
And you still do it.
Facts.
You create. That's why I say this get crazy, get evil, because they ain't doing nothing to us. We doing it to ourselves.
Yeah.
They tell you we putting poison in it. You still eat it and buy it.
Ain't that some shit?
You still do it.
Ain't
like I told you,
shit.
No one can make us do anything. No one can make you do nothing. You have a choice. At its lowest level, you have a choice. And since you got so many choices now in this life, it gets confusing and conflicting. The brain is used to simplicity.
Yeah.
You just choose left or right, up and down. Now, man, you got 1,000 choices, bro. You become indecisive.
Yeah.
When you're designed to be decisive.
What is it?
It's imperative for your survival.
It's called paralysis by analysis.
I never heard of this, but I like that.
Paralysis by analysis, that there's so many, you're over-analyzing things,
come on, bro, I never heard of this. But I observed that.
That you're just like, you're stuck because there's so many options, so many choices.
Sensory overload.
Information overload, yeah. Yes. And you're just like, oh, fuck, I don't know what to do. Yeah.
Bro, and I swear, I've never heard of this, bro, but I can observe that with myself when I'm experiencing so many choices. This is what I'm talking about, shadow work and awareness.
Yep.
Being able to see how your brain's operating, but there's an observer behind the brain that's observing all this. The brain talks. The mind doesn't. The mind is silent. That's why they tell us, the monks, the Buddhas, Jesus, they tell us silence. Silence your mind. You have to sit and be still, know that I am. The more you irritate it, it's like touching water. Stop fucking touching it and it'll settle.
Yeah.
The more you try to control it, the more ripples it is.
Yep.
So it goes back to knowing what you are and who you are. We're a divine technological temple, bro. We're so much more than what we ever could think of.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. We're divine beings, bro. Sitting here, like, doing the least we can do. That's the crazy part. All this shit we accomplish is the least we can do. The pyramids tell us that. They talking about they still don't know how they did it.
For real. Well, now they're talking about that there's shit underneath, buried under the sand.
Even if they saying
it's like it's an energy source and shit like that.
So even if that is true, it's still, this is the, so I can build pyramids and energy source, all this shit in this time with so much less, and I got so much more now. Yep. And I'm sitting here making telephones and shit. Saying, you did what I'm trying to say. Like, it gets so deep. Like, this is a madman's conversation in the sense that this shit gonna make somebody go insane, bro. Because you've been programmed to be a certain way. Yeah. All of us. And now you telling me to go against that? Sensory overload, bitch. I'm about to have a fucking panic attack because I've been living a lie for 30 years. Paralysis, and now I know the truth. Yep. It will destroy. It will make you start drinking, make you get on drugs. It'll, same with like when you got to deal with your trauma. Like, damn, I got to revisit this shit. Yeah. No, I'm just gonna drink, dog. I'm just gonna get high.
Trying to forget about it.
You see what I'm saying?
Thing. That's the thing too. Kind of to end it off on that. That even if you try to do that, you end up thinking about it anyways. When you're drunk, when you're high, you might think about it even more in depth. So like again, it's just about to say that
it's life.
I mean, it's like you.
And choose your hard. You want to be poor hard or rich hard.
And we've talked about this. I think it was the first podcast we did that it's like you cannot lie to yourself. That is you cannot. It is impossible. No matter how hard you try, you still know what the fucking truth is. Yeah. So like stop and just like don't like and
that's why you don't lie, because you suffer. If you lied to me, okay, cool, you lied to me. I don't give a fuck. Whether I believe you, I didn't believe your ass anyway. But you knew you lied. Yeah. And that's why you're going to suffer. Yep. That's why your ass going to burn in hell. Because that's why it's one of the 7 deadliest sins. Don't lie. Not that you can't lie, you won't. You don't understand what you're doing to yourself. You're destroying yourself. You're not lying to me. You're lying to yourself.
Yep, because then you're going to have to fucking build on that lie and keep it alive, dog. But this is why I love having you on, dog. We could talk about some UFC and then we could talk about some fucking... in-depth mental. You know what I'm saying? Fucking, you never know how these podcasts are gonna go, but I appreciate it. It's refreshing to hear and to know that there's other people that think like this, that that are actively trying to better themselves and shit like that. A lot of us is shy. A lot of people are shy. Like, well, I mean, like you said, like the more you know, the more that you kind of just keep to yourself, and like it's like shit, like what the fuck, like what's even the point? But you know, like we were saying in the beginning of this conversation, you got to find that reasoning, you got to find that motivation, you got to find that purpose. And if anybody's listening to this that is having trouble, like me and him have both said, like I've said on multiple of these podcasts, it's inside of you already. It's already there. You just got to take the time to fucking look for it in your own mind, in your own heart, in your own body. And,
surrender. And
that shit facts. And that shit
don't
will come
give up.
To you.
Surrender. It's a difference.
Hey. Real shit. And with that, that's episode 209 of the No Hangover Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, rate, follow.
Mike Lowe, Florida Finest One. Let me know.
Hey, go ahead.
You did.
On Instagram, YouTube.
Instagram.
We're back on TikTok.
Okay, I gotta follow that. I ain't even
fucking know that. What else? Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you fucking listen to podcasts. We're gonna start getting more shit up. We're gonna start pumping out more podcasts. I'm doing music reviews with my boy Nate. What We're All Talking About podcast. Shout out to him. I'm about to have bi-weekly podcasts with my boy EA Longway. We've had him on, so check out that podcast. Things are moving. Things are coming. I got a new order of shirts coming in, some hoodies. So if you're interested, I'll post about that on Instagram. Let me know and we'll fucking figure some shit out. Everybody love everybody. Mike Lowe, I appreciate you.
You know it, bro.
Deuces.
Let's get it.